Spinning for JumpStart. This is Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
We are spinning this weekend, Saturday from 3 until 3 on Sunday. Yes, 24 hours of spinning. There are now 14 teams entered in the Spin-A-Thon, and it is to raise money for the Canadian Tire JumpStart program, which is to benefit all the kids locally that otherwise would not be able to participate in sports or dance or activity in general. So it's a great thing to support. If you cannot spin, if you don't have a team, then you're welcome to come down and donate and watch the Spin-A-Thon. Not that it would be that exciting to watch 14 people. They got 14 teams, so there'll be 14 people in the room at a time, and they're going for 24 hours. That's crazy. I'm having a hard time doing 5 minutes. So I'm doing my cool down now. So shortly, Glenn, who's one of the trainers here, is going to give me some pointers on spinning. And later in the show, we're going to talk to Bert Herringa, who is the owner of the local Canadian Tire store. Now, you're probably looking at me going, what are you wearing? Okay, so this gear, this sweatpants and sweatshirt, are from 1988. These are the Canadian Olympic gear that they sold publicly to support the Calgary Olympics. You remember the Calgary Olympics? I'm pretty sure that's when Elizabeth Manley won silver on home ice. That was fabulous. So coming up in today's show, we are going to be in Victoria, Nanaimo, but we are going to start right here in the Comox Valley with an island adventure at Maple Lake with Andrina Koschulte. Have a look. You're watching Go Island, and I am Mary Ruth Harris. We are on location on a spin bike. Yes, a spin bike, see? And I am going to learn how to spin, and this is Glenn Hascarl, and he's going to teach me. He is one of the trainers here at the Comox Rec Centre, and he does spinning classes all the time. And this weekend, of course, is the big Spin-A-Thon starting Saturday at 3 for 24 hours, where teams are going to raise funds for the Canadian Tire JumpStart program. Now, what is this thing here in front of me? I see a whole bunch of numbers, so what does that mean?
What that is, it's a computer. It tells you, if you look at the very top, it's got the RPMs, and then it goes the calories and wattage, heart rate monitor, if you have a proper heart rate, chest heart rate, and then your time spinning, your gear, which is how hard the bike is for resistance, and then the trip, which is obviously distance.
Now, how is it reading my heart rate?
You would have to have a chest strap for it.
Oh, okay, all right. That is very cool. Okay, so my feet are strapped in. Why are my feet strapped in? Why can't I just have my shoe on the pedal?
Because when you start getting up into the really high RPMs and stuff, your foot will slip and lift off. So it's partially for safety, and it's actually more energy efficient. You're using less energy because you can pull up and not just push down.
Okay, cool. Oh, I see. That is so cool. That feels almost weightless. That is really neat. Now, when you come in to do a spin class, how long do the spin classes last? Are you on the bike for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or?
Our spin classes range from anywhere from 20 minutes up to 50.
Okay, I'm going to be hard struck to even do this for 5 minutes, so I can't imagine doing 50. Now, these bikes have come a long, long way from the bikes that we had 20 years ago that are all out in our garages. Where has the technology been, like, it's evolved so much?
Well, probably one of the most best things about the bikes that we have, they're super smooth because they don't use friction as resistance, they use magnetics for resistance.
Oh, cool.
So the more you turn this up, the harder it gets, and it's all done via a magnet, so it makes it a lot smoother and a lot quieter.
Okay, at this point I feel like I'm in the Tour over in France trying to go up one of those really steep hills. That is crazy how fast that changed. Okay, we need to loosen that off. Oh, all right. Well, Glenn, thank you so much. Good luck this weekend. You've got 3 different teams and you're on one of them. It's going to be so much fun for you guys.
Yes, it's going to be. It's going to be fun.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now we're going to have a look at a really cool story. Have a look at this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris, you're watching Go Island. That was a really cool story. Did you know that Diana Krall went to VIU in that program? That is so neat. Joining me now is Bert Herringa. He is the owner of the local Canadian Tire store and a member of the chapter for the Canadian Tire JumpStart program. And they are going to be going for gold this weekend. That's why I'm wearing my throwback to the 1988 Olympics, Canada go for gold. The gold is though going to go into the JumpStart program to help with sports for kids locally. So tell us a bit how that program works.
Well, the JumpStart program started in 2005, and since 2005, JumpStart chapters across the country have helped over 750,000 children get into programs, mainly organized sports, but also other activities such as dance and programs that they wouldn't normally be able to afford to get into. So it's giving these kids the opportunity to get involved in community activities. And the JumpStart program has, on a very small chapters, it has about 240 chapters across the country. In the Comox Valley, we have a fairly strong support for our local chapter here. And it's increasing at a very rapid rate. This year we've helped over about 600 kids this year, and the budget was $51,000 just in the Comox Valley, which was quite amazing.
Wow.
And that's come up from last year, where we helped around 240 kids with a budget of only $31,000.
So the public is starting to learn about the program. How difficult is it to apply? Like, can they get the application forms at the rec centers?
They can get them at the rec centres, and the applications are done mainly through the Courtney Rec Centre.
Okay.
And Diane there has done a great job in processing a lot of the applications.
Okay.
They can go online, if they go online to jumpstart.canadiantire.ca. There's a website that will give you all the information about JumpStart, how you can apply for funding, and also how you can support the program locally as well.
Now, tomorrow, on Saturday, starting at 3 p.m. for 24 hours, this room is going to be filled with people doing a Spin-A-Thon. Do you have a team?
We have a team. We've had a team.
Are you going to be spinning yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a great event, and anytime you get, it's amazing the number of people that are in the room that have the same intention to help kids enjoy sports or other activities. So there's not only a desire to spin, but also a desire to help the local community and the local kids. So it's a great event.
Now, are there any stores locally that contribute to JumpStart?
Absolutely. JumpStart's supported by other Canadian Tire companies such as Sport Check and Marks, who have been great additions to the program.
Okay.
And really starting to get more and more actively involved in our local chapter.
Okay, awesome. Well, good luck this weekend. I hope you
very
raise a
much.
lot of money, and teams can still sign up, right?
Teams
up until
can,
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, they can, and we're hoping to raise a lot of money. So hopefully people, if they can't spin, they can sponsor.
All right, that sounds great. And now we are going to have a story from Victoria that talks about the value of the forest floor and why it's so important for those trees to stay where they are. Have a look. Go Island is on location today at the Comox Rec Centre, and I, Mary Ruth Harris, have learned how to spin. Now, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up because it's really, really tough. And when you move this little gadget and you move it up, it makes it really, really, really hard. And it's like climbing a mountain. Oh, but it's a really good workout. So if you're looking for a really good workout that's inside, out of the elements, this is it. So now we are going to have a look at this story. Whew, okay, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. You have been watching Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. We've been on location today at the Comox Rec Centre, sitting on a spin cycle. Now, that almost sounds like a washing machine, but it isn't. It's a spin bike, a spin bicycle. And this coming Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be a Spin-A-Thon that all the proceeds are going to go to the Canadian Tire JumpStart program. Any money raised locally stays local, which I think is fantastic. It's a wonderful program. This year they supported over 500 kids, getting them into sports and activities. It's a great way to get them off the couch, especially if there's a financial barrier. The Canadian Tire JumpStart program takes that barrier and rips it to shreds so that you can get your child into a program that you think would be beneficial for them. So come on out to support the teams this weekend. Drop by, drop off a donation. It's going to be a lot of fun for those 14 teams. And yes, they are still taking more teams right up until 3 o'clock on Saturday. So if you think you want to get involved, come on down and sign up. Now, we've had a great show. We've been all over the map. And coming up next week, we have Going for Gold for the Paralympians. The same sort of specials we had during the Olympics for the Olympic athletes, we also have for the Paralympic athletes. So thank you for tuning in. Check us out on Facebook, like our page, follow us on Twitter, ShawTV_NVIPR. Thank you so much for watching and have a fabulous weekend. Now you're gonna let me stop now, right? Okay.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.